My name's Lucas Tanner, and I'm not the kind of guy who makes waves. I keep my head down, pay my bills, and try to be there for people when they need me. That's how I've always been with my family. Reliable, steady, the one they can count on. So when my cousin Emily called me up 6 months back about her wedding in San Diego, I didn't think twice. "Luke, you're coming, right?" she said, her voice all bubbly over the phone. "Wouldn't miss it," I told her. She laughed, said something about how I was the best, and hung up. I figured that was that. I'd show up, clap when the vows were done, and maybe sneak a second slice of cake. Simple. But then the invitation came, or didn't, depending on how you look at it. It showed up in my mailbox, a fancy cream envelope with gold lettering, addressed to Lucas Tanner and guest. I smirked when I saw it. Guest? I hadn't dated anyone in over a year, and Emily knew that. Still, I didn't sweat it. I grabbed a pen, checked the solo box on the reply card, and mailed it back. Done deal. Or so I thought. Fast forward to the wedding day. I pull up to this swanky venue overlooking the ocean. White tents, string lights, the whole 9 yards. I'm in my best suit, a navy thing I bought on sale last year, feeling halfway decent for once. I walk up to the check-in table, where this young woman with a clipboard is stationed. She's got a headset on, looking stressed, like she's herding cats instead of guests. "Name?" she asks, not even glancing up. "Tanner," I say. "Lucas Tanner." She runs her finger down the list, stops, and squints. Her face twists a little, like she just ate something sour. You're down here as +1 optional," she says, flipping a card toward me. I lean in to read it. Lucas Tanner, +1 optional. Table. Standing. I blink. "Standing," I say, half laughing, thinking it's a typo. She shrugs, avoiding my eyes. "That's what it says." "Sorry." Before I can ask anything else, I hear a voice behind me. High-pitched, dripping with fake sugar. "Oh, Luke, don't make a big deal out of it." It's Emily, gliding over in her sparkling white dress, her fiancé trailing behind her like a shadow. She's got this grin on her face, the kind that says she's already won whatever argument's coming. "You didn't bring a date, so I figured you'd be fine floating around. There's plenty of room at the bar." She giggles, pats my arm, and sachets off before I can get a word in. Her heels click on the stone floor like little gunshots. I just stand there, holding that stupid card, feeling the heat creep up my neck. Standing, floating, like I'm some extra they tacked on at the last minute. And the worst part? I almost let it slide. I've been letting stuff like this slide my whole life with them. Emily, her brother Jake, my aunt and uncle. They've always had a way of making me feel like I'm on the outside looking in, like I'm lucky they even let me hang around. I'm the guy who picks up the tab when they forget their wallets, the one who drives them home after parties, the one who doesn't complain. But this stings different. I take a deep breath and head to the bar. "Whiskey neat," I tell the bartender, a guy with a beard and a knowing look. He pours it, slides it over, and nods at the card still in my hand. "Standing, huh?" he says, one eyebrow up. "Yeah," I mutter. "Guess I'm not real family." He snorts, like he's heard this story before, and goes back to wiping glasses. I sip the whiskey, letting it burn, and that's when it hits me, something's off. Not just the seating, but the whole damn thing. Emily's been hitting me up for cash the last few months. $500 for the caterer, she said. $200 for Jake's rental car to get here. Even $50 for some streaming service they swore they'd cancel after the honeymoon. I paid it all like always. And now I'm standing? I pull out my phone, open my bank app, and there they are, 3 payments still active, auto-deducting from my account. $500 to Emily, $200 to Jake, $50 for their entertainment bundle. My jaw tightens. I'm funding their big day, and they've got me listed as optional. I sip the whiskey again, slower this time, and something shifts in me. I'm not mad yet, not full on, but I'm awake. I tap cancel on each payment, one by one, watching the screen update. Then I open my email, dig up the receipts I've been saving. Proof those loans went to stuff like Emily's spa day and Jake's bar tab, not what they claimed. I attach them all to a new message, subject line, just so we're clear. I don't send it yet. I just sit there, glass in hand, letting the idea simmer. The reception's in full swing now, music blaring, people dancing, Emily twirling around like a princess. I catch her eye across the room, and she gives me that same smirk. "Hope you're enjoying the bar," she shouts over the noise, laughing. I raise my glass, fake a smile, and hit send. 3 phones ping somewhere in the crowd. Not mine. I lean back against the bar, take another sip, and mutter to myself, "Hope your honeymoon's as real as your budget." They don't hear me, but I don't care. For the first time in years, I'm not just taking it. I'm pushing back. I'm Lucas Tanner, and I've never been one for holding grudges. Life's too short, you know? But sitting at that bar, sipping whiskey while my cousin Emily's wedding spun around me like some overpriced circus, I started seeing things clearer than I ever had. That +1 optional card wasn't just a slap in the face, it was a wake-up call. I'd been playing the sucker in this family for years, and I didn't even clock it until they rubbed it in my face with gold embossed ink. I finished my drink, set the glass down, and let my mind drift back. It's not like this started with the wedding. Emily's been pulling this kind of thing since we were kids. Back in high school, she'd borrow 20 bucks for gas, swear she'd pay me back, then show up the next week with a new pair of sneakers. I'd shrug it off, family, right? Her brother Jake was the same. Guy asked me for 100 bucks once to fix his truck. Then I saw him posting pictures from some fishing trip the next day. I didn't say a word. I just kept being the good old dependable Luke, the one who doesn't rock the boat. But it got worse when we hit our 20s. 3 years ago, Emily threw this big engagement party for her first fiancé, the guy before this new groom, Kevin. She called me up, all panicked, saying the bartender canceled last minute and could I cover the liquor tab? It's only $300, Luke. I'll get you back next month, she promised. I wired it over, didn't even blink. Next month rolled around, and she was posting pics from a weekend in Vegas, cocktails, slot machines, the works. Never saw a dime. Jake pulled a similar stunt last summer. Texted me out of the blue. Hey, man, I'm short $200 for rent. Landlord's on my case. You're the best. I send it, because that's what I do. 2 days later, he's on Facebook with a new tattoo, grinning like he hit the lottery. I should have known then they were playing me, but I didn't. I told myself it was fine, that helping out was what family does. Now, standing here at the bar with that email sent, receipts attached, payments canceled, I'm starting to connect the dots. It's not just the money. It's the way they look at me, like I'm some ATM with legs. Emily's smirk when she said, "Hope you don't mind standing," wasn't a one-off. It's how she's always seen me, useful, sure, but not worth a real seat. Jake's the same. Last Christmas, he asked me to chip in 50 bucks for the family streaming account because we can't lose the movie queue. I said yes, like always. Guess who's still paying it? Me. Guess who's watching every blockbuster on my dime? Them. I order another whiskey, and the bartender slides it over without a word. He's got this half smile, like he's watching a guy figure out he's been had. You good? He asks, wiping down the counter. Getting there, I say, taking a sip. I pull out my phone again, scroll through those receipts I emailed. There's the $500 I sent Emily, supposedly for the caterer, but the date matches a selfie she posted with a caption, "Treating myself before the big day." She's holding a massage voucher. Then there's Jake's $200, labeled car rental, but I've got a screenshot from his Venmo, same day, paying some buddy for brewskis and wings. Even the 50 for the streaming plan. I log in real quick, check the account. 5 devices linked, none of them mine. Emily's on there as M the Queen, Jake's Jake Dog 99. My aunt and uncle are in on it too. I'm the only one not watching. I lean back, let out a low whistle. How'd I miss this? I'm not dumb. I run a small landscaping business, handle my own books, keep everything tight. But with them, I've been blind. Maybe because I wanted to believe we were tighter than that. Growing up, I wasn't the loud one. Emily was the star cheerleader, prom queen, always front and center. Jake was the jock, breaking stuff and getting bailed out. Me? I was the quiet kid who mowed lawns after school, saved up for my first truck, didn't ask for handouts. They liked that about me. I was easy. I didn't demand attention, so they didn't give it. But they sure took plenty. The music shifts, and I glance over at the dance floor. Emily's out there, twirling with Kevin, her dress catching the lights. Jake's nearby, flirting with some bridesmaid, probably already planning how to dodge the bar tap. I catch a glimpse of my aunt and uncle at their table, laughing with the other guests, real seats, real plates, real family. Then there's me, parked at the bar with a standing card and a tab I'm guessing they expect me to cover. My phone buzzes. 3 new emails. Emily, what's this about? Jake, dude, seriously? Aunt Karen, Lucas, we need to talk. I don't open them. Not yet. I just sit there, letting the whiskey settle, feeling something build in my chest. It's not anger, not full-blown, anyway. It's clarity. They didn't forget me tonight. They counted on me being the guy who takes it. I finish the drink, set the glass down hard enough to make the bartender glance over. Another, he asks. Nah. I say, standing up straight. I'm good. I don't know what I'm gonna do next, but I know one thing. I'm done being their doormat. They've been cashing checks on my goodwill for too long, and tonight, they wrote one they can't cover. I shove my hands in my pockets, head toward the edge of the tent, and take a long look at the ocean stretching out in the dark. For the first time in years, I feel like I'm the one holding the cards. I'm Lucas Tanner, and I've spent most of my life keeping things smooth with my family. No fights, no drama. Just show up, help out, and don't make a scene. But standing there at Emily's wedding, with that +1 optional card burning a hole in my pocket and my phone buzzing with their pissed-off emails, I realize smooth ain't working anymore. I canceled those payments. 500 to Emily, 200 to Jake, 50 for their streaming nonsense, and sent those receipts proving they've been lying about where my money's been going. Now they're mad, and for once, I don't care. I step outside the tent, away from the thumping music and the clinking glasses, and let the cool San Diego night air hit me. The ocean's out there, dark and restless, and I feel a little like that myself. My phone buzzes again. Another email, this time from Jake. You're a real jerk for this, Luke. What's your problem? I don't reply. I just shove it back in my pocket and start walking toward my truck. I'm not leaving yet, but I need space to think. That's when I hear footsteps behind me. Fast ones, like someone's chasing a dog that got loose. Lucas, it's my Uncle Ray, Emily and Jake's dad, huffing as he catches up. He's got his tie loosened, his face red from either the wine or the embarrassment. I can't tell which. What the hell's going on? He demands, hands on his hips like I'm some kid who broke a window. I turn to face him, keeping my voice level. You tell me, Ray. I'm standing at my cousin's wedding, and you've got me listed as optional. Meanwhile, I've been bankrolling half this thing. He blinks, caught off guard, then scowls. Don't exaggerate. You helped out a little, big deal. Family does that. Helped out? I say, pulling out my phone. I open the email I sent, showing the screen, the 500 to Emily, timestamped with her spa selfie, the 200 to Jake next to his bar tab proof. This ain't helping, Ray. This is me getting used. He squints at it, his jaw working like he's chewing on something tough. You're blowing this out of proportion, he says finally. Emily's stressed. Jake's got his own stuff going on. You didn't have to make a scene. I laugh, short and sharp. A scene? I didn't say a word in there. I just stopped paying for their lies. He steps closer, voice dropping. You think you're some hero now? Canceling stuff, sending emails? You're just stirring up trouble. I meet his eyes, steady as I can. No, Ray. Trouble's been here. I'm just the one who finally noticed. He stares at me, then shakes his head. You've always been too sensitive. Go cool off. We'll talk later. He turns and stomps back to the tent, leaving me standing there by my truck, the waves crashing in the distance. I don't cool off. I climb into the driver's seat, not to drive, just to sit. I pull up my bank app again, double-checking those canceled payments. They're gone, but the history's still there, a long list of favors I've done over the years. There's the 300 for Emily's engagement party liquor, the 100 for Jake's truck that never got fixed, even stuff I forgot, like $60 for my Aunt Karen's emergency phone bill last year, which I later found out was her upgrading to a new iPhone. It's all adding up, not just in dollars, but in what it means. They've been leaning on me so long, I didn't see how heavy it got. My phone lights up again, this time a text from Emily. You're ruining my night. Look. Fix this. Fix it? I almost laugh out loud. She's dancing in there, probably still smirking, and I'm the one who's supposed to fix it? I start typing a reply, check your email, Em. It's fixed, but I stop. No, she'll see it soon enough. Instead, I dig deeper into my accounts. I log into that streaming service, the one I've been paying $50 a month for. Sure enough, they're all still hooked up. Emily, Jake, Ray, Karen. I'm the only one not logged in. I change the password right there, later losers 123, and kick every device off. Petty? Maybe. Satisfying? Damn right. I lean back in the seat, staring out at the dark parking lot. Part of me feels good, like I'm finally taking control. But another part's churning guilt, maybe, or just years of habit telling me I'm the bad guy for pushing back. I've always been the quiet one, the steady one. Emily's the loudmouth, Jake's the screw-up, and I'm the guy who keeps it all together. Except I don't anymore. I think about my landscaping gig, how I built it from nothing, mowing lawns in high school, saving every penny, buying my own gear. I never asked them for a thing. They asked me plenty, though, and I always said yes. Why? Because I thought that's what you do for family. Turns out, family's not a free pass to treat someone like a doormat. Headlights flash across my windshield, another guest pulling in late. I watch them head to the tent, all dressed up, laughing. I wonder if they've got a real seat. My phone buzzes again, Karen this time. Lucas, this isn't you. Call me. I don't. I just sit there, letting the night settle around me. The reception's still going, but it feels far away now. I'm not sure what's coming next, more yelling, probably, or some guilt trip they've got rehearsed. But I know one thing, I'm not bending this time. They wanted me optional? Fine. They're about to find out what that really means. I'm Lucas Tanner, and I've never been good at telling people no. It's just not how I'm wired. But sitting in my truck outside Emily's wedding, with my phone blowing up from my family's messages, I'm starting to think no might be my new favorite word. I've canceled their payments, sent those receipts showing how they've been spending my money on stuff they lied about, and changed the streaming password to lock them out. They're mad as hell, and for the first time, I'm not running to fix it. I'm still parked there, engine off, when the tent flap swings open and Jake storms out. He's got that look, like a guy who's about to start swinging but hasn't decided where to aim yet. He spots my truck, marches over, and bangs on the window. Get out here. Look, he yells. I take a slow breath, step out, and lean against the door, arms crossed. What's up, Jake? I say, keeping it calm. He's pacing now, hands clenched. What's up? You're screwing us over, that's what. Canceling stuff, sending emails. What's your deal, man? My deal. I say, pulling out my phone. I hold it up, screen glowing with the receipt for his $200, the one he said was for a rental car, timestamped with his bar tab instead. This is my deal. You've been lying to me, Jake. You all have. He stops pacing, glares at the screen, then at me. So what? I needed cash, you had it. We're family. You don't pull this crap over a couple $100. I shake my head. It's not just the money. It's you thinking I'm some chump you can bleed dry and stick in the corner. Standing room at your sister's wedding? Come on. He snorts, steps closer. You're acting like a baby. Emily's got enough on her plate without you playing detective. I don't budge. She's got enough of my money too. $500 for a caterer that turned into a spa day. You gonna defend that? He opens his mouth, then shuts it, because what's he gonna say? He knows I've got proof. You're a selfish prick, he mutters finally, turning away. This ain't over. He stomps back to the tent, and I watch him go, feeling the weight of that moment settle in. Selfish. Funny how they flip it when you stop giving. I climb back in the truck, but I don't start it. My phone's still buzzing. Emily now, a text. You're embarrassing me on my day. Stop this. Then Karen. Lucas, we raised you better. Raised me better? I laugh out loud, alone in the cab. They raised me to work hard, sure. Mowing lawns at 15, saving for my truck, building my landscaping business from scratch. But they also raised me to think I owed them something, like my sweat was theirs to cash in. I scroll through my bank history again, and it's a punch to the gut. Hundreds here, 50s there, all loans they never paid back. I've been their safety net so long. I didn't see the holes they were poking in it. I think about going back in, hashing it out, but what's the point? They'll just yell, cry, guilt me into folding. I've seen the playbook. Instead, I start the engine and pull out of the lot, the wedding lights fading in my rear view. I don't go far, just to a diner a few miles down the coast. It's one of those old-school joints, neon sign flickering, coffee strong enough to wake a coma patient. I grab a booth, order a burger, and sit there, letting the night sink in. My phone's still going. Ray now, a voicemail. Lucas, you're out of line. Come back, we'll sort this. I don't call back. I eat my burger, sip my coffee, and feel something shift. I'm not mad anymore, just done. By the time I finish, I've got a plan. I open my laptop, kept it in the truck from a job earlier, and pull up every account tying me to them. The streaming's already locked. Next, I find an old joint savings account my aunt set up years ago, for emergencies. There's $1,000 in there, my deposits, their withdrawals. I transfer my share out, close it. Then I hit my insurance. Turns out I'm still listed as a driver on Jake's policy from when he crashed his car and begged me to help. I call the agent, remove myself. Every string they've got on me, I'm cutting, one by one. The waitress swings by, refills my coffee. Rough night? She asks, nodding at my suit. Family reunion, I say, and she chuckles like she gets it. I lean back, staring at the steam rising off the mug. This isn't revenge, it's survival. They've been banking on me being the quiet one, the guy who doesn't fight back. But quiet doesn't mean weak. I pay the bill, leave a good tip, and head home. My apartment's nothing fancy, small, cluttered with work gear, but it's mine. No one else's name on the lease, no one else's mess. I crash on the couch, phone off, and sleep better than I have in months. They can scream all they want tomorrow. Tonight, I'm free. I'm Lucas Tanner, and I've never been the guy who picks a fight. I'd rather fix a problem than start one. But after walking away from Emily's wedding, cutting off their payments, and sending those receipts, I guess I've started something anyway. I wake up the next morning on my couch, sunlight streaming through the blinds, and for a minute, it feels good, like I've finally stood up for myself. Then I turn my phone back on, and it's like a bomb went off in my inbox. 23 texts, 8 voicemails, a dozen emails, all from Emily, Jake, Ray, and Karen. I don't even read them all yet, just skim the previews. Emily, you're a jerk. Luke, this is my wedding. Jake, you think you're tough now? Watch it. Ray, call me, we're not done. Karen, this is breaking my heart. I set the phone down, rub my eyes, and head to the kitchen to make coffee. I'm not surprised they're pissed. I expected that. What I didn't expect is how fast they'd turn it into a full-on attack. I'm pouring my second cup when the doorbell rings. I figure it's a delivery, maybe the new mower blades I ordered. But when I open it, there's Jake, standing on my porch like he's ready to kick the door in. His hair's a mess, eyes bloodshot, probably from the open bar last night. What the hell? Look, he says, barging past me without an invite. I let him in, mostly because I'm too tired to argue. Morning to you too, I say, shutting the door. He spins around, pointing at me. You think you can just cut us off and send that crap to everyone? You've lost it, man. I lean against the counter, coffee in hand. Lost it? Jake, I've been paying your way for years. You and Emily both. I'm done. He laughs, but it's bitter. Oh, big man now, huh? That $200 was nothing. You've got your little lawn business. You're fine. I set the mug down, step closer. It's not the money, it's the lies. You said it was for a car, then blew it on beer. Emily's $500 went to a massage, not the wedding. You've been using me, and I'm calling it out. He gets in my face, voice rising. Family helps family. You don't get to judge how we spend it. I don't flinch. Family doesn't stick you with a standing card and laugh about it. Family doesn't lie to your face. He shoves me not hard, just enough to test me. I push back, firm but steady. Back off, Jake. I'm not fighting you. He glares, then storms out, slamming the door so hard the frame shakes. I stand there, heart pounding, but I don't feel bad. I feel awake. I grab my phone, start going through the messages. Emily's voicemails are a mix of tears and yelling. How could you do this to me? Luke? I'll never forgive you. Razor gruff, like he's lecturing a kid. You've crossed a line, son. Fix this now. Karen's the worst, all soft and guilt-trippy. We're your family, Lucas. Don't throw us away. I don't call back. Instead, I pull up my email, see they've forwarded my receipts to the wedding planner, some guy named Tony. His reply's there too. Lucas, we need to talk. Payments are off, a venue's holding funds until this clears. I smirk. Guess Emily's not getting that reimbursement she was counting on. I head outside to my truck, needing air. My neighbor, Old Man Pete, waves from his porch. Rough night? He calls. Family stuff, I say, and he nods like he's been there. I drive to the beach, park near the dunes, and just sit, watching the waves. My phone buzzes again, Emily's husband, Kevin, this time. A text. Dude, what's with the money crap? Em's freaking out. I type back. Ask her where my 500 went. Check her spot pics. He doesn't reply. I figure he's either clueless or starting to wonder. By afternoon, it's chaos. Jake posts on Facebook. Some people turn on family over nothing. Sad. Emily's on there too, a blurry wedding pic with a caption. Not everyone's who you think they are. Comments pile up. Stay strong, Em. And, what a loser. I don't bite. I've got my proof, and they've got nothing but noise. Then my Aunt Karen calls, and I pick up, against my better judgment. Lucas, she says, voice trembling. This is tearing us apart. Just apologize, make it right. I take a breath. Karen, I'm not the one who needs to apologize. You've all been taking me for granted, and I'm done playing along. She gasps, like I slapped her. We've always been there for you. Where? I say. When I needed a ride after my truck broke down? When I worked doubles to pay my rent. You were there when I had cash, that's it. She starts crying, but I don't soften. Think about what you've done, Karen. Then we'll talk. I hang up, and it's like a weight lifts. They're scrambling now, and I'm not bailing them out. For once, they're feeling the mess they made, not me. I'm Lucas Tanner, and I've always thought family was supposed to have your back. Turns out, mine's been more interested in my wallet. After walking away from Emily's wedding, cutting off their payments, and sending those receipts, the blowback's been nonstop texts, calls, social media jabs. I'm holding my ground, but it's like poking a hornet's nest. They're buzzing loud, and now the stings are coming. It's 2 days after the wedding, and I'm at my landscaping shop, a little shed behind my place where I keep my gear. I'm sharpening mower blades, trying to clear my head, when my phone rings. It's not Emily or Jake this time, it's my grandpa, Bill. He's the quiet type, doesn't get mixed up in drama, so I pick up. Luke, he says, voice gravelly, what's all this noise about you and the wedding? I lean against the workbench, wipe sweat off my forehead. Hey, Grandpa. They've been taking my money, lying about it, then stuck me with a standing card at Emily's big day. I called it out, and they're mad. He's silent for a bit, then grunts. Figures. They've been pulling that with me too. I freeze. What do you mean? He sighs. Emily asked me for 1,000 last month, said it was for the venue. I gave it, but then I saw her driving a new car. Jake's been borrowing $500 for rent. I ain't seen a dime back. My gut twists. Grandpa, why didn't you say anything? Didn't want the fuss, he says. But I'm saying it now. You got proof? I tell him about the receipts, Emily's spa day, Jake's bar taps. Send him to me, he says. I'll handle this. I email him everything, and an hour later, my phone lights up again. Kevin, Emily's husband. Luke, we need to talk, he says, sounding shaky. I saw your text. Checked her phone, spa stuff, shopping, all on days she said she was broke. What's going on? I lay it out, how she's been siphoning cash from me, probably him too. He curses. She told me you were jealous, making stuff up. But this. I found a bank statement. She's been moving money to some account I don't know about. I sit down hard. Kevin, she's playing us all. Check Grandpa Bill too, she hit him up. He hangs up, promising to dig deeper. By evening, it's a wildfire. Kevin texts me screenshots, Emily's secret account, thousands funneled in, some from Grandpa's savings. Then Grandpa calls back. Look, I talked to my bank. Emily forged my signature on a withdrawal $2,000. I'm pressing charges. My head spins. Forgery? This isn't just family greed, it's a crime. You sure? I ask. Damn sure, he says. She's done. Next morning, my phone's quiet, too quiet. I check Facebook, and Jake's deleted his rant. Emily's page is locked down. Then Kevin calls. I confronted her, he says. Showed her the bank stuff, mentioned your grandpa. She flipped, started crying, saying it's a misunderstanding. I'm done. Look, filing for divorce. I don't know what to say. Sorry, man, I manage. Yeah, he says. Thanks for the heads up. She's scrambling now, venue suing her too. Your receipts messed up her reimbursement scam. I head to the diner for lunch, still reeling. The waitress from the other nights there pours my coffee. Family reunion still kicking, she asks. Kicking itself apart, I say, and she laughs. I'm halfway through my sandwich when Grandpa texts. Police involved. Emily's at the station. I stare at the screen. Station? It's real now, cuffs, not just curses. I call him. They picked her up an hour ago, he says. Jake's in a panic, tried to call me, but I'm letting him sweat. Bank's got the forgery on camera. I lean back, coffee going cold. Emily's not just a liar, she's a thief, and it's crashing down. Jake's next. I bet. He's too deep in this. My phone buzzes. Karen. Lucas, how could you? She sobs. Emily's arrested. Grandpa's turned on us. It's your fault. I cut her off. No, Karen. It's hers. She stole from him, from me, from Kevin. You want to blame someone? Look at her. She hangs up, and I feel nothing. No guilt. No regret. They built this mess, not me. By night, it's all over local news, bride faces charges and family fraud scheme. My name's not in it, but Emily's is, with a mugshot. Jake's mentioned too, cops are looking into his involvement. I sit on my porch, beer in hand, watching the stars. I didn't want this, not jail, not headlines. But I didn't start it either. They did, and now they're paying. I'm Lucas Tanner, and I never figured I'd be the guy to unravel my family. I just wanted a seat at the table, literal and otherwise. But after Emily's wedding turned into a receipts war, then a police report, everything's different. She's in jail, Jake's on the run from his own dumb choices, and I'm sitting here, finally free of their weight. It's a week after Emily's arrest. I'm at my shop, loading my truck for a job, when Grandpa Bill pulls up in his old Ford. He climbs out, slower than he used to be, but his eyes are sharp. Luke, he says, tipping his hat. Got some news. We sit on the tailgate, and he lays it out. Emily's pleading guilty, forgery, theft, the works. Could get a couple years. Jake's in hot water too, cops tied him to some of her transfers. He's hiding out, but they'll find him. I nod, taking it in. What about Ray and Karen? He snorts. They're crying to anyone who'll listen, saying it's all a mistake. Ain't nobody buying it. He pulls an envelope from his jacket, hands it to me. Bank settled with me, got my money back, plus some. I'm rewriting my will. Look, you're getting most of it. I stare at him. Grandpa, I don't need, he cuts me off. You earned it. Not by asking, but by doing right. You saw what they were, said it plain. I should have done that years ago. I don't argue. He's set on it, and honestly, it feels good to be seen. I head to the beach later, needing the quiet. My phone's been off since Karen's last call, no more guilt trips, no more noise. Kevin texts me, he's moved out, divorce papers filed. Thanks again, he writes. You saved me a worse mess. I reply, glad you're out. Take care. The waves roll in, and I think about my folks, Ray and Karen. They've gone silent, probably ashamed or just plotting their next excuse. I don't care anymore. They chose their side. A few days later, I'm at the diner when Pete, my neighbor, slides into the booth across from me. Heard about your cousin, he says. Wild stuff. I shrug. Yeah, she dug her own hole. He grins. You're tougher than you look, kid. I laugh, first real one in weeks. Guess I had to be. I sell my old place, buy a small house near the coast, nothing fancy, but it's mine. No shared accounts, no family plans. Grandpa's money comes through, and I use them to expand my business, new truck, better gear. The rest I save, not for them, but for me. Emily's sentencing hits the news, 18 months. Jake's caught, gets probation and a fine. Ray and Karen try calling once, leave a voicemail. We're sorry, Lucas. Let's talk. I delete it. Sorry doesn't fix years of taking. I'm walking the beach one evening when a lady with a kid stops me. You look lighter, she says, smiling. Just moved here, I say. Feels like a fresh start. She nods, moves on. I stand there, tide pulling at my boots, and realize she's right. I'm not the quiet guy holding their bags anymore. I'm Lucas, my own man, my own life. They'll call again someday, needing something. They'll get voicemail. I've got better things to build now, and they're not invited.